Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be going over the equations portion of the practice test. So number 1 says negative 5x equals 80, so I am going to divide by negative 5, and x equals negative 16. Number 2 says negative 15 is equal to x over negative 8. Remember, this is division, so I'm going to undo with multiplication. So 8 times 15, or sorry, negative 8 times negative 15 is 120. A negative times a negative is a positive. For number 3, 0 equals 2/3 x. I'm going to multiply by 3 first to get rid of the denominator. So I get 0 equals 2x. And then if I divide by 2, 0 equals x. For number 4, 2x minus 5 equals 13. I'm going to undo the subtraction first. So 2x equals 18. I divide by 2, and x equals 9. For 12 plus 9x equals 30, I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. So 9x equals 18, and then this time I'm going to divide by 9. So x equals 2. For number 6, 9 equals 45x. I'm going to divide by 45. When I divide by 45, again, I'm going to write answers in simplest form. So this is going to be 1 over 5. In number 7, 4/3 x equals 32. I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. So 4x equals 96. Then I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides, and x equals 24. For negative 3x equals negative 27, I'm going to divide by negative 3. So x equals positive 9. In number 9, I'm going to combine like terms first. So negative 4x plus x is negative 3x minus 8 equals 2. Then I'm going to get rid of the constant first. So negative 3x equals 10. I divide by negative 3, and I'm actually going to leave this as negative 10 over 3. Negative 10 over 3 is actually a repeating decimal. So it's easier to leave your answer as a fraction versus trying to write a repeating decimal. In number 10, I can make a choice whether I want to distribute or if I want to try and get rid of the fraction. I'm going to get rid of the fraction first, so I'm going to multiply by 3 on both sides. So I get 2 times x plus 14 is equal to 12. And again, I have the choice. I can either distribute or I can divide by 2. So I'll actually show both ways. So on the left here, I'm going to divide by 2. So I get x plus 14 is equal to 6. And then I can subtract 14 from both sides, and I get x equals negative 8. And then here, I'll show you the same problem, but with a distributive property. So I'm going to distribute the 2 this time. So 2x plus 28 is equal to 12. I subtract 28 from both sides, and I get 2x equals negative 16. And then when I divide by 2, I get x equals negative 8. Okay, so same answer, 2 different ways of doing it. For number 11, so let's kind of separate this here. For number 11, I'm going to combine like terms first. So 9 plus 15. 9 plus 15 is 24. So x plus 24 is equal to, and then I'm going to combine like terms on this side because they are on opposite sides of the equal sign. So 30 minus 12 is 8. And then I can solve by subtracting 24 from both sides. So x equals negative 16. For number 12, I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So x equals negative 7. For number 13, the negative comes first. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So negative 4 is equal to x. For number 14, I'm going to change this into a plus positive. So x plus 6 is equal to negative 4. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. X equals negative 10. For number 15, again, we can choose to do one of two things. So here I'm going to divide by 2 first. Then I get x plus 2 equals negative 7. And then when I subtract 2, I get x equals negative 9. If I distribute first, over here, I'm going to get negative 2x minus 4 is equal to 14. I can also write this as plus negative 4. But the minus makes it easier for me to see that I'm supposed to add 4 to both sides. So negative 2x equals 18, and then I divide by negative 2, and I get x equals negative 9. So again, two different methods, same exact answer. On to the next page, number 16. Okay, remember when we've got two operations, we want to get rid of our constants first. So I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. And I get p over 3 is equal to negative 17. And then I can go ahead and multiply by 3. And p equals negative 51. Now I have seen some people try to do this where they multiply first. So I'm going to show an example of how to accomplish that. So 13 plus p over 3 is equal to negative 4. If I want to multiply first, and I want to get rid of the fraction, so if I multiply by 3 on both sides, I have to multiply everything by 3. So it becomes 39 plus p is equal to negative 12. And then you can go ahead and solve using your subtraction. But when you multiply, you have to multiply everything on each side. So on both sides of the equal sign. So now when I subtract 39, I get p equals negative 51. Okay, so this method does work. But you have to be careful and make sure that you're multiplying everything by that number on the bottom. So here I'm going to show it by adding 4 on both sides first. So w over 8 is equal to negative 3. And by getting rid of that constant first, you kind of eliminate that one extra step. So now when I multiply by 8 on both sides, I get w equals negative 24. In number 18, this time I'm going to subtract the 8 from both sides. And I get p over negative 4 is equal to negative 50. Now I can multiply by negative 4. So p equals positive 200. In number 19 and number 20, I'm actually going to zoom in here a little bit so I can kind of show my work really well. For number 19 and for number 20, this is where we're going to multiply by the least common multiple. The least common multiple here is going to be 42. So I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 42. So I'm going to write everything out. So negative 2 over 7x times 42 plus 2/3 times 42 minus 5/6 x times 42 minus 3 over 14 times 42 equals 3 times 42. Now cross canceling is going to take care of a lot. So here I'm going to get a 6, 14, 7, 3, and then on the left side there, I am going to multiply by 42. So I'm not cross canceling there. I'm actually multiplying by 42. So when you're cross canceling, make sure that you're cross canceling a numerator with the denominator. So that whole number on top with the denominator on the bottom. And then on the other side of the equal sign, we are actually multiplying. So I'm going to do 3 times 42 to get that answer. And that's going to be 126. So here I'm going to multiply negative 2 times 6, 2 times 14, 5x times 7, and then 3 and 3. So I have negative 12x plus 28 minus 35x minus 9 is equal to 126. So now I can go ahead and combine like terms here. So I've got a negative or a 12x and a negative 35x. So that's going to be negative 47x. And then I've got a 28 minus 9, and that's going to be plus 19 is equal to 126. So I'm actually going to move this a little bit closer. So negative 47x plus 19 is equal to 126. So here I'll put my like terms highlighting back. Plus 28. So now I'm going to subtract 19 from both sides. And I get negative 47x is equal to 107. And then I'm going to divide by 47, negative 47, and I get x equals 107 over negative 47. That is the fraction in simplest form, so you don't have to do anything else. Number 20, this time it's all fractions all the way through. The LCM here is actually 12, so I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 12. So 1/2 x times 12 minus 4/3 times 12 plus 5/6 x times 12 minus 7/12 times 12 equals 1/4 times 12. Now this time I am going to cross cancel in every single part of this. So here I'm left with 6, here I'm left with 4, and 2, and 1, and then 3 on this side. So I've got 6x minus 16 plus 10x minus 7 is equal to 3. So I can go ahead and combine like terms. 6 and 10 is going to be 16x. And then negative 16 and negative 3, or negative 7 is going to be negative 23 is equal to 3. So I'm going to add 23 to both sides. So 16x equals 26. I divide by 16. And x equals 13 over 8. I simplified the fraction by dividing both sides by 2. So your answers are allowed to be fractions in these. In fact, they're probably going to be messy fractions most of the time when it comes to solving equations with multiple fractions in them. That's it for the straight up solving. Now we are going to go into the word problems. So defining a variable, writing an equation, and then answering the question. So number 21 says John and Belinda played 9 holes of golf. John's score was 10 strokes less than 2 times Belinda's score. So I'm going to make x Belinda's score And it says John's score was 2 strokes less than 10 strokes less than 2 times Belinda's score. Sorry about that. So I should rewrite x equals Belinda's score. So 10 strokes less than 2 times Belinda's score. So 2x minus 10 is equal to 54 strokes. And then it says, write and solve an equation to find Belinda's score. So we're actually looking for x as our answer here. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides. So 2x equals 64, and then I divide by 2, and x equals 32. So 2x minus 10 equals 54 is my equation, and then 32 strokes is going to be my answer. Number 22 says Blake and 2 of his friends are going to an amusement park. The cost of admission to the park is $39.95 per person. Okay, so that's going to be an important piece of information there. And then I can see Blake and 2 of his friends. Once they are in the park, Blake and his friends ride the race cars, which require an additional fee. If the total amount spent by all 3 boys is $143.70, then what is the additional fee to ride the race cars? So this is going to be my variable as the information that I don't know. So I'm going to say x is going to be the extra fee. Now to find this extra fee, I have 3 boys that are paying it. So I'm going to say 3x plus, and then they each pay $39.95 to get in. So I'm going to do 3 times $39.95. And then I'm going to equal that to the total that they spent, so $143.70. So I'm actually going to multiply here first. So 3 times 39.95 is going to be 119.85 equals 143.70. And that's the equation I'm going to put on my equation line. So 3x plus 119.85 is equal to 143.70. So minus 119.85. So 3x equals 143.70 minus 119.85 is 23.85. And then I'm going to divide by 3. And I got $7.95. So they each paid $7.95 to ride the race cars. Number 23 says Megan and Aiden each have an iPod. Megan has 26 more songs on her iPod than Aiden. So I'm going to say that x is equal to Aiden's songs if together they have a total of 80 songs. So together, so we're adding the 2 of them together. Write an equation that can be used to find how many songs Aiden has on his iPod and then find out how many Megan has. So I'm going to have x plus 26 is equal to 80. Because this first number, this x here, that's going to be Aiden. And then this x plus 26, that's Megan. Okay, so I have to have both x's in my equation. So when I combine like terms, I have 2x plus 26 is equal to 80. I subtract 26. So 2x equals 54. When I divide by 2, X equals 27. So Aiden has 27 songs, and Megan has 53 songs. So if this is Aiden, then Megan is 26 plus 27. So she has 53. 24 says Tatiana buys 4 boxes of cereal. She has coupons for $1.15 off the regular price of each box. After using the coupons, the total cost of the cereal is $8.40. Write and solve an equation to find the regular price for a box of cereal. So we're trying to find the regular price of a box of cereal. So I'm going to put X equals regular price. The first thing I notice is that she buys 4 boxes of cereal. So I'm going to say 4X, because 4 times the price of a box of cereal is going to tell me the total price. The next thing I notice is that I get $1.15 off of each box of cereal. So I'm going to subtract 4 times that coupon. And then after that discount, I'm only paying $8.40. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 times $1.15. So I get 4x minus 4.6 is equal to 840. So that's going to be my equation that goes over here. So 4x minus 4.6 is equal to 840. Now I'm going to add 4.6 to both sides. And I get 4x equals 13. And when I divide by 4, I get $3.25. Now this one, it's okay to turn it into a decimal because money is written in decimal form. So it's okay to convert that one to a decimal. Number 25 says the perimeter of a local dog park measures 224 feet. So we're looking at the perimeter of 224 feet. If the length of the park is 8 feet less than 2 times the width, what are the dimensions of the park? So I'm going to make X the width. And in the directions, it says if you need to draw a picture. So I'm actually going to draw a picture of this. So here is my dog park, and I know that the width is X. So that accounts for 2 sides of the rectangle, and it says the length of the dog park is 8 feet less than 2 times the width. So 2x minus 8 is the length of the dog park. To find the perimeter, I'm going to add up all the outsides. So I'm going to do x plus 2x minus 8 plus x plus 2x minus 8. And that is equal to 224 feet. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to combine all my like terms. So x plus 2x plus x plus 2x is going to be 6x. And then negative 8 and negative 8 is negative 16 is equal to 224. So that's going to be my final equation. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides. So 6x equals 240. When I divide by 6, x equals 40. So the width is 40 feet, and the length is going to be 2 times 40 minus 8. So 80 minus 8 is going to be 72. So the length is going to be 72 feet. This is the end of the equations section of the practice test. you will be taking your equations portion of your Module 6 test tomorrow on Tuesday. So again, this is the end of the equation section. The inequalities will be in a separate video.